mentioned, so you mentioned the VCF files and the genomic data that's coming in. So I had a picture here that actually showed the large, scary, hairy monster that is the VCF file. And if you think of a CSV file with, let's say, the top 100 rows with hashtag instructions on how to actually process the data below it, which changes in consistency between drops from the same vendor, then take that, multiplied by different vendors, multiplied by massive amounts of data. This platform lends itself perfectly for actually analyzing all that and making sense of it. But I'm going to dive deeper into the real world evidence because I think that builds a better foundation for what you guys are here for, which is the actual technology stack and the platform itself. So as Jan mentioned, he's part of the DSI group at Takeda, and RWE takes advantage of all that clinical and claims-based data. So for RWE, there's certain departments within pharmaceutical companies such as outcomes research, pharmacoepidemiology, safety statistics that rely upon this data. Now, you typically don't have programmers or scientists and vice versa. It does happen on occasion, and even then, getting those resources might be a little bit tougher. So I will take you through the process of actually how we process this data, Optum and Truven being our data sets. And the ultimate goal right now was to actually obviously provide a consistent pathway for conducting these difficult analyses, lower cost. So before we actually implemented this solution, we had I'd say about a month turnaround time in terms of getting the data and then an analyst or scientist actually being able to actually make something meaningful out of it. We've reduced that from about a month to 2 days in certain instances. And so the bottom bullet, I should probably bold that and underline it because that was the biggest draw for this project. What I'm showing you here real quickly is can everyone hear me okay? I'll talk a little louder. So the application we built was called the Cohort Builder, and what we did was we created a predefined spreadsheet where an analyst or scientist could actually go in there and determine their cohort, their patient cohort based on demographic, on age, on gender, on drug utilization, on disease type, whatever you want in there, it will handle. That gets uploaded into the application, which is the top left, and that's actually the rendering of the spreadsheet in the application. Since then, you could actually do it online. At that point, iteratively, the researcher can then go in and fine-tune to make sure that he's got or she's got the specific group that they want. And that's illustrated by the top right, where you see the top part of the funnel, the blue, as being the larger group, and then winnowing it down to the green part, which is exactly what they want to analyze. So once that researcher has set that, he submits jobs. So that the entire process from the spreadsheet to the funnel takes about 15 minutes. It could take longer depending on how critical your analysis are. So if you want to take days upon days to actually get it just right, it might take longer. But that kicks off some jobs on the Adobe's pipeline, which then ultimately takes, like I said, between 8 to 10 hours, in certain cases maybe 2 days. And then at the bottom right is a visualization where you can actually see real time this data being manipulated and then projected out to whatever degree you want it to.